It's sending a message out there that people who play the game in accordance with the rules and maybe do something outside of the GAA as well is rewarded, and I think it was a very good idea.
So the Fair Play Award itself today, I want to personally congratulate the two boys, Tony and Marty. I'm sure you all know Tony's dedicated a lot of his time over the past while to charity, and Marty has come through his own personal challenges over the last while, and I'm sure you'll all agree has done us really proud in Australia over the last couple of weeks.
I think myself and Marty goes back till he was under 12 with St Michael's of Enniskillen, and I started refereeing McCrory Cup, and great lad, no better recipient, great leader on the pitch.
It's a great honour to receive it now. Some of the teammates will be asking why I got a Fair Play Award, but then again, I suppose it's not all about on the pitch, like, so I appreciate getting it, and it's a great honour to accept it. Like.
He's come through his own health issues as well, and got involved then with the Australian. He didn't make the initial cut for Sean Boylan's initial cut of 27, but he was on the replacement, kept training, and that typified the lad,
The football was probably a great distraction, like, and made you just keep going at it, like, so I appreciate the football there was there for me when I needed it most, I suppose you could say that, like, but I was glad to get the opportunity to international rules as well, so quick after the operation, like, so it was good that it worked out as well.
It's recognition that it's somewhere along the line I behaved myself, so from that point of view, it's a nice award to have. Even the fact that someone like Alan Cairns, who would be a close friend of mine and has done fantastic work in Africa, received the award last year. But it gives a sign that it's nice to be mentioned with people like Alan. Story in some ways that started with my father passing away from cancer in 2005, and then just one evening with the snow falling outside my window in Canada, I said, geez, you know what, I'd like to do something to raise funds for a charity or something, and I said, I'll cycle across Canada, and we'd no bikes, we'd no support. The first 2-3 people I said to says, are you crazy? But I said, well, let's see, can we do it? And then I even met the likes of Paul Collins, who came on board and helped, and people really drove it forward. So it was like we had this little pebble, and all of a sudden more people started pushing it, and before we knew it, we had a massive boulder, and there was no stopping it. So we've had 2 hugely successful initiatives. The first being a cycle across Canada, where we raised €420,000, and then just returned from where we had a team cycle of 54 people from Canada down to Texas, which was around 4,500 kilometres, and that raised $300,000. So hugely successful both. Wasn't that great for hurling, mine, but make fantastic people, and I got the pleasure to work with so many good people and learn so much. I was in a room, where you could just about fit a bed on a bike, hooked up to a computer for 3 or 4 hours a day every day, and I had a coach who specialised in training cyclists. So I went from being probably around 14 stone, most of it being upper body strength, to being the complete opposite. His training was fantastic, and it met the objective, which was to get across the country safely. I'm looking forward to doing some training over the winter and just getting back into enjoying playing the game of hurling, and being in the gym, and we hopefully, our big aim is to have Lance Armstrong appear in Ireland next summer, so we're not too far away from kind of concluding that arrangement, so that would be great.